Alright, well, this was my first year detecting, and I didn't start till about the summer, so I've only got probably 5 months of finds here, but I still feel like I had a great year. So, let's get to what I found. Let's get to the buttons over here. There's a nice little Battleship brand. There's a generic, I found that. I found a couple of these that are called the Bear. There's actually the first button I ever found this year. Little button with a stone, little sun. There's a nice shell. I don't know if that's a button, but I put it in there anyway. There's a generic. One with the star. There's another generic. There's one that says the Texas. There's another the Texas, and there's a nice little train button. Trademark. It's just a regular old button. Couple of those. There's one that says Alamo brand. Let's get to these right here. These are my favorite buttons. I found that in my grandpa's field at an old home site during the summer. It's a nice eagle button. Found that one at the same place. It was an artillery cuff button. Still has a gold gild on it. There used to be a button there, but I took it out. There's a nice button, same place. That I've been told that one was from about 1850, so that's a little pre-Civil War. And there's another button right there. That one looks about Indian Wars. These buttons I found recently. Didn't get them on video, and I didn't find out. I had help from Isaac. He's got an Instagram page and a YouTube. Y'all should go give him a little follow or subscribe. But that right there is from 1830. 1830s era general service button. Flip it over. It says United States. The shank's broken off, but that is probably one of my favorite finds on the year. And there's just another World War I button I found there. Alright, let's get on over here. I've got a suspender clip. Nice, another the Texas button. There's a button that says San Antonio. Suspender, or not suspender clip, zipper, lantern part, toe tap, another suspender clip, parts of suspender clips. I think that's a part to a pocket watch or makeup compact. Toe tap, and here this bad boy. That's a beautiful sling buckle I found out in the field. There's a wedding band actually, and I don't know if you can see it, but it says 18K in there somewhere, so that's 18 karat. I think it's plated. There's another part to that. Little gun hammer. It's to a toy gun. So that's my in the display case. All right. Oh, I forgot about these. I found those in my backyard. Those are two U.S. Indian Wars to World War I rosettes. So, yeah, those are some of my relics in the display case. Let's get on to the other stuff. Relics this year, I had a great year when it came to relics. There's a couple buckles that I found. Little suspender clip, skeleton key, another buckle. I like that thing right there. I think it was like a little key hole to a trunk. There's a toe tap, a couple other things. There's a nice metal lady. There's another skeleton key part. Those go to Model T Ford. I think the coil box or something like that. A couple buckles, bunch of harmonica reeds. There's a lighter. I found that in my backyard. Only one fork this year. There's a lock, a mail lock. There's a nice pocket watch. There's a carved piece of lead right there, and there's two musket balls. Spoons. I had 7 spoons this year. I think that one's silver plated. That one is not. That one is. That one is. That one is. And that one is. There's some pocket watch parts, not pocket watch parts, music box, or alarm clock parts, lantern parts right there. There's a trigger guard. Found that in my field. As an unknown object right there. I have no clue what that is. Come over here. Found that at the old house where I found that 1830s button. Don't know what that is. Some foreign coins. Handle. Found that razor right on top of the ground. Another toe tap. Here's some marbles. And some porcelain buttons. Those are plastic, I think, right there. Bunch of rivets. A couple zippers. A couple lead balls. Nice little decorative piece. Pin. Found a nice little pin. There's a little aluminum decorative piece. Look at this brooch. It's a nice brooch. 2 crosses, 2 thimbles. That's off a trunk to a World War I. Well, I shouldn't say World War I. The company made trunks for World War I. There, I found that. That's a little silver piece right there, made in Mexico. You can see that. So, wasn't a bad year on relics. Found a bunch of other relics, but I just didn't think they were good enough for the video. Alright, let's get on to some of my coins and my buttons. Some of these buttons right here. I put these buttons in little coin things. I don't know, I thought it looked kind of cool, but who knows. That's Western Union, a couple hands. There's an old button right there, and it's a nice little train button. Here's some of the buttons I didn't put in display cases. Found that in my backyard. A couple generics. Scott's Level Best. Found that button. That one's a Lee. There's another button right there. That one broke. There's another generic, and I found that. I eyeballed it on top of the ground. Button right there, generic. Found that one. There's the Alamo brand button. I have 2 of those. And this button, I found that beautiful button right there. That horse. That one says the range, SA. This is generic, and there's another bear. There's another generic button right there. When I pulled that button out right there, I thought it was the eagle button at first, but then I cleaned it off. I don't know if that's a button or not, but I put it in here anyway. There's another generic button. Nice little silver button. The bear. SA. Couldn't really get any words off that one. Then it just says SA. There's the generic. 2 more generics. This is from my latest hunt. My last hunt of 2014. Found those two buttons. Found that one. Found the Union Made button. Found that nice little flower button. And then this. This is what started it all. It's the first item I found. It's not old, but it's the first item I found way out in a field that led me to a home site. And then there's that little thing. I had a really slow year when it came to coins. Because all the coins, all my sites, were old enough to where wheat pennies wouldn't be there. But I just didn't have the sites for coins, really. It was more relics. So these are my wheat pennies for the year, unfortunately. They range from 1919 to about 1965. They're mostly all from the 20s, from my backyard. But yeah, it was a real slow year in coins. Let me get on to some of my favorite finds. And to silver, I didn't have a lot this year, because I told you I didn't really have the sight for coins. But there's my first silver I ever found. 1951 dime. It's a Rosie. Found that with like 2 weeks when I had my detector. Then I found this. Getting into the lights, a barber dime from 1905. Found that at the same place I found this beautiful thing. A V-nickel. See if I can turn it to the light. Yeah, there it is. 1906 V-nickel. Then I found this. This is the first thing, the first relic. First good thing I ever found in my life. I was freaking out when I got it. Didn't know what it was. Finally did some research, and it was a 1947 Air Force button. But when they came up with these, they called it the Air Core. So yeah, that's, some of them were like silver plated. I don't know if this one is or not. But yeah, that's most of my relics. Got a couple axe heads right here. Right there, an iron, another axe head. Got back in there, I've got a bottle I found. Found that on a hunt at an old home site. There's some relics in there. Another axe head, there's a nice bottle right there. That's clad. There's some, I put some coins in there from my change, so it's not all clad. And then, I almost forgot. There's my first Indian head right there. If y'all can see that, barely. Here, let me get it. Set it right here. Look at that. It's my first Indian head ever. 1902. That one right there was given to me, but yeah. So it was a good year. Gotta thank Garrett. Once again, I do it in most of my videos. They provide me with some good gear. Get the Garrett Ace and Pro Pointer and the plug digger. And that nice pouch. I would recommend the Garrett Searcher. They put some pretty good stuff in there. So people's finds and stuff. Yeah, so I signed up for that. But overall, it was a good year. And I'm looking forward to 2015.